breathing air, lend me your ear. Dr. D Nice and FOUNT is here for the day. Want wisdom?
We got you.
Wellness?
We got you.
Ears?
You got two.
Bones? It's got 3. Chambers? 4. In your heart for doing right? 5. Keys, your game's all tight. FOUNT. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight.
Hello. Looking at myself on the screen and it looks like I'm fuzzy. What is happening? I look fine. How do I look on to you all? Looks like there's a cloud over me, like a sheer cloud. That's not making any sense. Is that what y'all are seeing? I don't know. You know what? We'll make it work. How are you all doing? Welcome to episode number 106 of Talking Truth to Teen Issues, Tissues, at you. What is happening? Why does it look that way? I'm not sure. Maybe something. Who knows? Oh, Lord. Okay, we'll just keep going, and hopefully how it's looking on the screen is not how it's looking out there in live stream land. Okay, listen, today we are talking all about being a Swiftie, and then we're going to hop into, well, the usual segments that we have. We have the FOUNT, where I teach you about health, and you're going to want to stay in for that one. We have the FOCK segment, where we talk about sexuality and relationship things. And then we have the teen archetype, which, there are lots of, oh, there it is. Why was it looking that way? I have no idea. We have lots of teenagers out here. And I just looking at the different personalities of teens that are out here. Let me see. Okay. Excuse me 1 second, guys. I got to try to figure out what is happening to my thing. What do I do? This thing is not cooperating with me. Okay. I'm trying to find out what our teen archetype is, and it's just not cooperating. I may have to look it up on my phone because the slick talker. I knew what it was. Okay. The slick talker is the teen archetype. And then I will tell you all about the story, how Dr. D Nice ended up in America. Okay, now it doesn't look too bad. The lighting looks good. Remember last week when we had a whole issue, my light just straight cut off on me in the middle of the live stream. It just didn't make any sense, but it did. And now that's what I was left with. But it don't matter. We're here today and we got lights. It took a little bit of rigging though, I'm not gonna lie. Listen, let us just hop on into the stream. Let's get right down into the subject today. I told you I was talking about being a Swiftie, and let's get it. Hold on, let me get something real quick. Okay, all right, let's go. Let me see. Gotta shut off the thing here, and let me put this up just a little bit. Okay. Y'all ready? Let's get it.
Love story, baby, just say yes. She's just laughing and I'm on the bleachers. Good morning, how are you?
I've got a blank slate, baby, and I'll write your name.
Players gonna play, and the haters never hate. Shake it up, woo! Shake it up.
Well, there you have it. Listen, whether you like it or not, there is a Swiftie in all of us. And because her songs are so contagious, they really are. You don't even know that you love Taylor Swift, and the song, you're just walking down the street one day and you're shaking it off, or haters gonna hate. That is just how her songs are, absolutely catchy. But guess what? You're a Black, you are a young girl in a high school, and you're a Christian, and you're a Swiftie. What does that look like? Well, let's go through some of the things that going through your head as a Swiftie and all those things. Because, let's just be honest. The typical Swiftie is not a Black woman. I have white friends. Nothing wrong with that. But, when you go to a Taylor Swift concert, it's not it's not the same crowd as what it's at a Beyonce concert. Let's take a look. The number one thing is you are scared to tell a lot of your friends that you are a die-hard Swiftie, begging to be invited to one of her secret parties. Does she still do them? I don't know if she still, I haven't heard anything about them, but you're begging to go to one of her secret parties. You're a die-hard Swiftie. You know all the songs that didn't even get released. I don't. All I know are the ones on the radio. But when you're around certain friends, mostly your Black friends, you act like you don't know. Taylor Swift? Who is that? Can you show me a picture of her? What does she look like? What is she, really? Taylor Swift? And when you're around your white friends, oh my goodness, did you know that she lived and every Christmas she brings all her friends over? She has these cats that are so cool and so cute. What are them cats' name? I don't remember them cats' name, but you know all the details of this woman's life when you're around certain people. When you're around other people, Taylor, how do you spell that? That is the life of a Black Christian Swiftie. But guess what? Most of your friends that you're trying to hide it from, they are secret Swifties too. Yes, they are. They are secret Swifties just like yourself. Then there is number 2. The whole Christian part of you. You're like, oh, well, so secular music, whatever. But listen, as far as secular artists go, Taylor don't be showing a lot of skin. Yeah, she have on those little like boy shorts, bikini things. But when you compare it to other people, Taylor is fully dressed. She's not, she looks cute, but she's not I would honestly, anytime I see her, she's not to me always like, oh my goodness, her fashion is amazing. She's never to me hit me as like a fashionista. I bet you she would wear like one of those like Velcro jumpsuits. I don't know if the right term. Those fluffy jumpsuits, they kind of terry clothish. She'd probably wear that and feel as stylish if she didn't have a stylist. She's just a regular smegular girl, and that's why you like her. She's not over the top. Yeah, she got a few coins and she can have a stylist. And still, it seems like she instructs her stylist to have her still looking slightly homely. Tell me you don't see that. Tell me that you don't see that sometimes Taylor is not super stylish. She looks pretty. She has a nice body, but she is not like a fashion icon to no degree. At least that's how I see it. And you like her for that because it's attainable. It's like, maybe if I had a few more dollars, I could look like Taylor. And she's not overly scandalous with her dressing. you appreciate that as a Christian. You're just like, okay, well, you can break it down for your mom. You can find some good pictures of her to show your mom who Taylor Swift is. You don't have to dig through and, oh no, I can't show her that one because that one she don't have no clothes on. Oh no, I can't show her that one because that. You don't have to worry about that with Taylor. She's a good singer-songwriter, creative, artistic, and she's not always walking around with no clothes on. Number 3, some of the other things that you think about as the not so traditional T Swift fan. Does Taylor Swift have any black friends? I mean, does she? I mean, last year she was flexing at the Super Bowl with Ice Spice. I see her with Ice Spice again since then. Maybe they still hang out periodically. Maybe they call each other. I see her with Blake Lively. I see her with that girl from, is she sometimes with that girl from, what's that dragon show? The dragons and, Game of Thrones. Did she hang out with the Game of Thrones girl sometimes? I think she did. I don't know. But I don't know if Taylor Swift has black friends. I saw her last year taking some pictures with Beyonce because they are both on tour at the same time. But that's it. But these are some of the things you wrestle with as the non-traditional T Swift fan. Well, I don't know. But does it matter? She still sings songs that speak to your heart. And that to me is number 4. Whether she is a white girl from the suburbs, from a wealthy family that worked hard to make these amazing songs to have a career, whether that's who she is or not, her songs really speak to you. Listen, I was a grown woman when Taylor Swift came out, and that song, Romeo Save Me, it's a love story, baby, just say yes. That song had me in a straight chokehold. When did it come in? It was like early 2000s, 2003, 4, something like that. I don't remember, but I know it was before my first son was born, and that was 2007 he was born. Whatever the case may be, her songs are so catchy. They speak to love, wanting love. She's cheer captain and I'm on the bleachers. You really want that football player, that cute guy to like you. I remember in high school, I wasn't super popular. I wasn't. My brother was popular. He was in a football team. My best friend, she was popular. She was on a cheerleading squad. Me, I was just regular, smegular, smart girl going to class and studying. And there was a lot of, I had a crush on a surfer guy that was super popular. I had a crush on a football player that was new to our school. And did I tell you what happened to me in the cafeteria? He came around and he was talking to all the other girls that was with me. I think my friend that was a cheerleader was with me then too. And he was like measuring everybody's neck, like to see, I don't know what he was doing, teenage boys, whatever. And he came over and tried to measure my neck. And then he didn't even put his hand on me. I was a little chunky in high school. And I really feel like he just jilted me. He didn't want to touch this fat neck. At least that's what I thought. Doesn't matter. Taylor's songs speak to that. The yearning for love, the teenage angst that happens, and the breakup and making up and all the different, more teenagey feelings about love. It's not a very mature adult love that she speaks about. And it don't matter because it really resonates with people, because even if you're grown, you still have memories of those times, those teenage times of first love, first crushes. They just sit inside your spirit, inside your heart. And I know y'all are still teenagers, but I'm also letting you know, that's why you may want to talk to your mama because she probably loved Taylor Swift too. But Taylor Swift, she just really speaks to what teenage love. She does. I don't know she just blessed like that. She just pays attention to how she was feeling. And her songs also are pretty innocent. Well, I'm sure some of y'all could dig deep and find some that are like, actually, no, let me stop. There are some of her songs that you're just like, the subtle insinuations that are being made in the background. On the surface, no. But when you dig deeper, you're like, ooh, that's heavy. Okay, T Swift. And then let's not forget in her concert, I'm going with the whole Christian part of you, because you're Black, you're a Christian, and you're a Swiftie. Sometimes it just don't go together. Her like witch costume, the whole occult thing that she had going on the stage during her whole Eras concert. Y'all remember that? Look it up if you haven't seen it. Those things make you kind of step back just a little bit. But, the Swiftiness of it all, sometimes you just ignore it. Oh, she's just doing it for the art. Or I can look past that in her. Anywho, that's all. You let it go, and it is what it is. The last thing when you're a secret Swiftie is that despite her songs being all about relationship, she is like a serial monogamous. And there's something about that sort of sits well with you. You're like, she's young, she's trying to find her place. And then you're like, man, how old is she now? Like 30 something? She can't find her man by now. What's happening? And she's still singing the same songs about love. What's going on, T Swift? But you still like her. And now that she is with, is it Travis Kelce, you're like holding out hope that this is the one for her. Anywho, those are the things, the thoughts that go through your head when you are a secret Swiftie. Maybe people know you are, maybe they don't. You're Black, you're Christian, should you even like her? But these are things that you wrestle with, those 5 points. If you can think of any more, let me know in the comment section below. All right, guys. Don't forget to also subscribe. Like and subscribe. I'm here every Wednesday live at 8:45 just for you. If there's ever any subjects that you want me to go over, please let me know. Okay, now you all know I'm a whole doctor, and we have to have some sort of health and wellness teaching. And today we're talking about FOUNT. FOUNT is the 5 keys to wellness and wisdom to help you unlock your best. Today is all about understanding. Deep breathing. That's what I want to talk to you about right now. Do you all ever utilize the tool of deep breathing? I mean, I know right now there's a lot of anxiety and stress out there. And here is something that you can do when you feel anxious. You can take a deep breath. And that's a deep belly breath. I won't be able to demonstrate it fully here for you just because you just got from my neck up. But if you just Google or look up on YouTube, abdominal breathing, you'll see how it is. When you're breathing out, your belly goes in. And when you're breathing in, your belly goes out. You expand your belly out to really fill up the deep crevices of your lungs. What this is doing for you, it is expanding your chest wall so that you're able to engage the parasympathetic nervous system. That's the nervous system where the vagus nerve is connected to. That's the system that causes you to relax. I know it's all sciencey, but trust me on this one. Deep breaths stimulates the vagus nerve, causes you to relax. The second thing it really does, it just more oxygen. When you're stressed out and anxious, you're just like, and you start taking more shallow breaths. This deep breath, it helps you to just but you're actually taking more deep breaths to just oxygenate your body and relax it. The third thing that it does, it distracts your brain. If you do the box breathing where you're in, out, or the volcano breathing where you're in and out, or even a 3-finger breath, well, you're going In, out, in, out, in, out. You trace your fingers. It all can serve as a distraction for you as you try to breathe deeply. Your breathing exercise left me breathless. As you really try to breathe deeply to relax your body. All right. That's your FOUNT message for the day. Organic snake oil powder. How you doing? I didn't realize you were here. I didn't see any comments in the comment section. I really thought I was here by myself. I'm glad that you all are here. I am sweating. Give me a second. Let me turn on the fan. Okay, let me put my headphones back in. Man, I was sweating a little bit here. Magic can't log on or is watching baseball. That's okay. It is important times. I'm going to keep it swift and keep it quick for you. Are you not a baseball fan? You're like, let him watch the baseball. Okay, next one. Okay, let me get it. All right. So the next part, it's our FOCK section where we talk about sexuality and relationships. I was listening to a friend's podcast this morning and I was aghast. I clutched my pearls, some of the things that they were talking about. All right, I know some of you all are young that are watching, and this is mostly on the rebroadcast. You typically here in the live, we have grown people. Please feel free to hop on the live at 8:45 every Wednesday, by the way, reminder. Anyway, listening to this friend's podcast, and this guest that he had on was talking all about, I don't want to be a prude about it, like sexual toys, pleasuring yourself. And I've spoken about that here before too. I don't know where I'm being shy about saying the word masturbation, but there's something about it that you must understand. When you're sexually active with a person, the bonding hormone is released. When you're sexually active with yourself, that hormone is still released. And I really am convinced that when you are doing this self-care that people refer to it as, or masturbation, you are increasing your likelihood to be a more selfish person because these hormones are releasing and you're like bonding with yourself. Like what? No. It is important that you learn to manage your sexuality. Just because you get a feeling or itch doesn't mean that you have to go and pleasure yourself. Sex is still meant for in the confines of marriage. And don't listen to these people. I keep telling you that the porn industry have ruined a lot of lives, and they're making sure that you feel that any kind of sexual practice is okay as long as it's consensual or whatever. Just be careful out there, guys. Once you get started in some things, it'll lead you down a path that sometimes you're really not able to understand. And I know I'm talking in code. We'll maybe go into it a little deeper another time, but not today. Today, next we're going to get into our teen archetype. This is the slick talker. This guy is slick. Do you understand me? He is cool and he is slick. He's got the words. He's yes ma'aming the teacher, no sirring the teacher. He's got manners. Any adult around, he's going to be falling in line and being overly useful, overly helpful, just too much. I won't even say too much. It's good. And you know that it's a little bit of, you feel, maybe it's not. You feel as if there's some ulterior motive in the background because he's just slick. He's just slithery. you feel like a snakish around him. But you don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're wrong. That is just how he moves, how he talks. It's just very knowing the right words and slick about it. It seems so deliberate how he moves, and you're a little cautious around him. Let's just be honest, because you can't figure out whether he is being genuine or not. Mr. Slick, understand. People don't know whether you're being genuine or not. I understand that you love to use the right. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Of course, I could do it for you right now. No big deal. Of course, yes. And you start rattling off your accomplishments and what makes you a good person. No, be careful, Mr. Slick. Sometimes people are misunderstanding your slickety slickness for like you're being snakish in the background. This is how you are when people are watching, and then afterwards. It's a fine line that you have to cross. Let me know if you know anybody like that, and you know exactly what I'm talking about when I'm expressing this kind of, I don't know, are they genuine? Are they not? I don't know. Okay. All right, let me stop. The next part, the last part of our show really is where I share with you experiences of Dr. D Nice growing up, just in case there's some lesson that you want to learn there. And not even just in case, there definitely are lessons there. Today, I'll talk about my immigration story. I don't know if you all know, but Dr. D Nice was born in Jamaica. I came to America at 10 years old. Let me tell you how I got here. By plane. Let me just start off with by plane, because there was this little boy in my middle school class when I came here. He asked me if I swung over here on a vine. Straight up. Straight up asked me if I came here on a vine. No, came over here by plane. And what happened, my mom, she was a nurse, and my dad was an accountant, both in Jamaica. My mom was the one that came over first. I'm sure they discussed it, and just how things are. America imports healthcare providers, they import nurses, different people from different countries that can contribute to the economy or contribute to the needs that America have. And America always seems to be behind not having enough healthcare workers. And so they import healthcare workers almost like goods. Well, not really like goods, because you're a human being and you're going to be working, they're going to be paying you, and you get... My mom was imported as a nurse. She came over here, she got a hospital to sponsor her to be a citizen. She had to pass her boards. And so she came over 2 years prior to us coming. Yes, my mom was here, and my dad, my sister, my brother, and I were still in Jamaica. I stayed mostly with my aunt in Spanish Town, and my brothers and my brother, my sister, they stayed up in the country with my grandma. And that is what we did for 2 years while we wait for my mom to establish herself to send for us. So during this 2 years, I did not see my mother at all. Now, you may be like, oh my goodness, what? How did it? This is the typical immigrant story, especially from Jamaica and the islands. I'm pretty sure it's from the people that I know from Indonesia. I know some friends from Ethiopia. This is like the typical immigrant story. I know you living here may not know that story. That's how it happens. One person from the family usually comes first, gets established, and sends for the others. And that's what happened with me. After 2 years, my mom got established enough to send for the rest of us. I was 10 years old, and we moved to Irvington, New Jersey, and that's where we live. Several years later, after you got your green card, because the hospital sponsored us, then after you're in the country for several years, you applied for your citizenship. My parents actually applied for their citizenship first. I did not get my citizenship till I was in medical school. I felt like I don't want to give up my Jamaicanness. I felt like applying for my American citizenship would be like betrayal of Jamaica. Of course it isn't, because nobody can't take away where you're born. That's the story. If you all have any questions about that, let me know in the comment section below. Understand that, there are different ways or different things that people go through. Things that you may think that, oh my goodness, I could never do that. Go 2 years without my mom. Sometimes these things have to happen. The necessity is the mother of invention, and you figure out a way to live through that. Because you know what? Then there's stupidness. They're feeling that everything needs to be perfect. You perfectly lined up all the way. It has to look standard. And yes, there are some advantages to it. Have I had some issues because I was missing my mom? Yeah, but I knew she wasn't gone. But you understand that with life, there are difficulties that occur, and you choose to go past it. Not all lives' trajectory are drawn super straight, the exact way you feel that they need to go, but you still manage to be resilient. That's the word I'm looking for. Resilience is needed in life because things don't always go exactly the way you want them to, especially that immigrant journey. Anyway, I hope you all get that. Let me know. I'm like tripping all over my tongue. Maybe it's late. Whew. Let me know in the comment section below how you're all doing. Do you all have any immigrants in your family? Have you had to deal with any immigration issues? Let me know. Okay, I'm out. Organic snake oil powder. Did you have any requests? Anything special going on I need to know about? Wait. Anything? Give me a second to type. Oh, your parents are from Italy, and so they have probably shared their immigration story. Was it the same? Did you have a family member that came first and then brought the others? I know it takes a little while to type it. I'll give you a second to type the response. Let's see. I'm looking for all at the same time. Everybody came at the same time. Yeah, some people, there are a lot of people that come at the same time too. That's just how ours were. And a lot of the families I knew, that's kind of how they did it. Yeah. Well, immigration is cool. America is a melting pot, is a beautiful place to live. People often wonder, why are you going to leave your island? It's a paradise. America is the land of opportunity. It really is such a blessed place, and I appreciate it for what it has to offer our immigrant family. Dad worked F1 as a mechanic. Okay, all right. I'm always intrigued by people's family stories, because everybody's family has stories that when you dig deep, there's so much similarities there. If you're willing to sit down and really just look and take some of the prejudices and blinders off, or even some of the things that victim mindset, where you feel that, well, I'm a victim and there's no way that you can be as victim as I am. And you don't want to hear other people's woes just because of that. When we all just sit down and share experiences, you'll find that we are way more similar than we are different. We are all international people. Exactly. Only people that's local is the Indians. And who knows, if we go back far enough in Earth's history, maybe they weren't even here originally. Maybe they came from some other place on Earth where they just happened to be here first. But they weren't the first people. Oh, no, they just happened to be here when Christopher Columbus came here. They may or may not have been the first people on the Americas. We don't know. Anywho, that may be a controversial statement, but we don't know. Do we know? Can we go all the way back far in history? Who knows? Indians came from Japan. Okay, see? Maybe see, I don't know about how the migration of people, how they moved across the world. We're thinking the original people were in Africa, like Northern Africa, somewhere around like Egypt area. Oh, DNA testing proved that. Okay. See, they weren't original to the Americas. Maybe there was somebody else before that that the Indians wiped out. I don't know. Or maybe it was just empty and they found it first. Who knows? All I know is that there's a lot of migratory things that happen with human beings. And I'm just so happy that we're in America, the land of the free, home of the brave, and the land of opportunity, and which worked out great for our family. Okay. Thank you for that news, because I did not know that. Indians came from Japan. I might have to dig that up a little bit. Japan is one of my favorite places. I've only been there once, but I really love it. All right, let's wrap it up. Any special prayers? I'll wait. Okay. Maybe he's typing. Any special prayers at all? All right, I'll just go ahead and say our prayer. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you. The Lord be gracious unto you and turn his face towards you and give you peace. May the Lord watch between me and thee while you're absent one from another. Amen. I really just hope you have an amazing week. Thank you, Organic Snake Oil Powder, for dropping in. Tell Magic I said hi. Y'all are in Arizona, right? I actually may be going to Arizona on a conference in a few weeks. Yeah, let me know if y'all are in Arizona. I may have to meet some of my people in person. I'm not sure 100% yet. It was asked today if we were interested in going to this conference, and I threw my hat in the ring, and it just hit me that I think y'all are in Las Vegas. Oh, okay. Oh, well. I'll be in Las Vegas. Oh, guess what? Next year, if I win Mrs. North Carolina, because you all know I'm running for Mrs. North Carolina again, if I win it, it will be in Vegas, and we'll try to do a meetup, a wisdom teethinger meetup somewhere in Vegas. All right, you all, I'm out. Take care. Have an amazing week. Thank you again for dropping in. If you're watching this on the Read broadcast, thank you again for being here and dropping in. And go vote. Exercise your right as an American citizen. Whoever you vote for, trust the democracy to work. Don't worry about it. Just vote. And I'm out. All right. Thank you. Bye.
Wisdom teething lend me your ear. Dr. D Nice and FOUNT is here for the day. Want wisdom?
We got you.
Wellness?
We got you.
Ears?
You got two.
Bones? It's got 3. Chambers? 4. In your heart for doing right? 5. Keys, your game's all tight. FOUNT. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight.